Hi there. This is a brief tutorial to show you how to use the built-in tools Vitruvian Man, Canvas Accessibility Checker, and Pulp Tech, which is also using the Wave technology that can be integrated into your browser if you're using Chrome. That will be a subsequent video, so look for the video about the WebAIM Wave if you're interested in a more in-depth accessibility checker. First, find a page, a discussion board, or assignment that you'd like to check for accessibility. And the first things that you'll notice when you hit edit is if it's a page that you've already created, look for this little icon towards the bottom of the page. It's the accessibility checker that's built into Canvas. I like to call it the Vitruvian Man, but you click on that and it will go through and check for the accessibility. If you click on usually it'll give you the fix. If you click on this and click apply, format as a list, for instance, click apply, and then it will address those issues for you. Or you can choose to highlight. In this case, it's because these numerals were created manually and not using the built-in numerical listing. If you wanted to change it or remove those, you just click on the ordered list and it will put the numbers in for you. You'll have to delete the manually created numbers. That's the Canvas accessibility checker, and it checks for most things, but it doesn't catch everything. For instance, I know this image doesn't have an alt tag associated with it. So the Vitruvian Man is great for quick fixes, but don't rely on it 100%. To the bottom of the page on the left of the cancel button, you'll see the accessibility guide Pulp Tech. If you click on the P, you'll see that it scans also and finds more errors than the Vitruvian Man did. So you always want to do either the Pulp Tech or both if you see an error on the page. Click on the links that say images and links, text and contrast, headings, so on and so forth. Usually it will call a flag up and let you know when there's a problem. The images and links, this is an empty alternative text. You can click on that and it brings up the image that it wants to have an alt tag, which is the alternative descriptive text, or you can mark it as decorative. Again, marking alt tags on images depends on what the image represents on the page and whether or not it's important to the content within the page. If it's important, then you'll want to describe it as best you can. And if it is just eye candy, I like to call it, then sometimes you might want to mark it as decorative. Either way, you do that, you apply those changes, and then you move on to the next warning. You click on headings, for instance, that says there's no heading structure. So what it's telling me is that none of these have a heading associated with it. So we have to highlight the what we would like to have as a heading and then do it in the correct order. Now, if you've read through the material for the week, you know that you have to do a heading 2 before you can do a heading 3, and a heading 3 before you can do a heading 4. So if I put a heading 4 in here, for instance, and I do a rescan, you'll see that it says that I skipped a heading level. When I click on this, it will ask me how I want to fix that, and then I can reorder. So it does have a pretty intelligent way of coming up with all of those types of things. The next one at the bottom is documents and videos. This one sometimes is a stumper for people because it says it's linked to a document, but it doesn't really give you any fix for it. That's okay. What it usually is telling you is calling out attention to the fact that you have it linking someplace to a document or to a video, and it wants you to double check to make sure that that document or video is accessible. And or sometimes it's because you have non-descriptive text. You've just left the link, the long URL, HTTPS, blah, 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 rather than putting in the link text. You always want to have a descriptive link so that the screen readers can tell a person what that website is or what the document is. Once you've made your changes, you can go ahead and click Save.